Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Elena. So it's nice to see you all here again. I hope you're all well. I hope it hasn't been too hot for you today. Good evening, Count Beauty. So if you're here, it's got to be just the time to start. So here we go. Good evening, Voltaire. So if you actually look here, we've already got an idiom here, and Lolly's quick off the mark. Yeah, it's okay, Voltaire. And Yahia, and Vitalia, and Nora. Yeah, in English, when you're really hungry, you say, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Yeah, good evening, Victor Gabriel. Yes, a horse. Manjira, good, that's great. Yeah, an elephant. I guess you could probably say an elephant, but in English we normally say a horse. I could eat everything. I could eat anything might be better. Good evening, Maicon. So let's try another one of these to keep going. The next one's a bit harder. Well, this was an easy one to warm you up. Yeah, so when you're really hungry, you say, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Good evening, Tanetra. Good evening, Pradeep. Okay, so we're going to have another one now. This one is when somebody's standing behind you watching everything you're doing. Good evening, Boyka. Good evening, Michelle. So it's hard for me to work when the boss is always standing behind me, watching what I'm doing. It's hard for me to work with the boss down my... Good evening, Tash. So, good evening, Manu. And Javi, okay, nice. That's a pretty good way to say hello. And Vitalia, yes. And Voltaire. Yeah, I hate it when the boss does that as well. Okay, so it's hard for me to work. Yes, Sandeep, that's great. So if somebody's breathing down your neck, breathing down my neck. Good work, head through this. Okay, so yeah, if somebody's watching everything you're doing, when the boss is standing behind you making sure that everything you do is perfect, you say he's breathing down my neck. Yeah, it's like you've got, you can feel his breath on the back of your neck. Yeah, they're always watching me closely, seeing exactly what I'm doing. It's not nice to have people breathing down the back of your neck or breathing down your neck. You can hand down the back of my neck as well as possible. Okay, so the next one. To enter into a confrontation or other challenging situation without being adequately equipped or prepared. To bring a knife to a... Good evening, Ricardo. So to enter a confrontation, a problem, a challenging situation without being adequately prepared. Good evening, Lorena. And so what's the answer to this one? To bring a knife to a... Count Beauty, that was good. You're definitely here, mate, paying attention. If you do that, Count Beauty, then you're not prepared. Exactly, Vitalia. Okay, I guess war is more or less, but as Lolly says, to bring a knife to a gunfight. Yeah, if people are shooting and you only have a knife, then you're not going to be in a very good situation. Good evening, Emine. Nice to see you with us. You have to bring a knife to a gunfight. To be inadequately prepared, yeah? Not to be ready. Yeah, so it's best not to bring a knife to a gunfight because you're going to have problems. Yeah? The next one's reasonably easy. I did some photos or the thumbnail similar to this the other day. Okay, so bring a knife to a gunfight. Not bring your computer to a class that's online. So the next one. Please speak clearly without beating around the bush, prevaricating. Please call a and that's good. Vitaly, Count Beauty, Sandeep, Tanetra, and Yahia, Javi, Andre, exactly. Okay, Manjira and Maesh and Voltaire, and head through this. You see, this one was an easy one for you. Yes, exactly, Montespan. Call a spade a spade. So they say this, call a spade a spade. Don't beat around the bush, just say it. Exactly, Lolly. Call a spade a spade. Say what is. Don't just go round and round the edge of it. Okay, if you go round and round the edge of something, it's really quite complicated. Okay, so, I wonder if you know the next one. Okay, that's good, Boyka. Don't equivocate. Good word. You've been watching the videos, Voltaire. Okay, so he's unable to organise even a project with no planning. He couldn't organise and this one is quite difficult, I think. So, Isia, good to see you. So, he couldn't organise I wonder if anyone knows this. That's an interesting one. So, he couldn't organise I have a feeling you're all Googling this one desperately. So this is very definitely, I think, a British phrase. If somebody's really bad at organising things, the events that they plan always go wrong. Ooh, So I think I've got you all stuck. Okay, Lorena has no idea. Does anybody out there have an idea? Vitaly? It's a tough one. Okay, so I'm going to give the answer to this one. That's good. I get to teach you something new. He couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. Okay, so let's see. What is a piss up? A piss up is a party where everybody gets drunk. And a brewery is a place where they make beer. Yeah? So, he couldn't organise a drunken party in a brewery. Yeah? Yeah, this one's quite hard. None of you have heard this one before. Well, this is definitely one to add to your list. It's obviously very informal. A piss-up is where everybody gets drunk. And a brewery is the place where they make beer. So, I don't know, this government is so disorganised, they couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery. Yes, it is quite a common idiom, yeah, but it's a very colloquial one, yeah. I've heard this one many times, yeah. He's so disorganised, he couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery. You see, I'm raising the bar, steadily but slowly, but surely. So, let's have a look at the next one. If you steal something from a shop, shoplifting, we informally call it a finger. More than two, Yahira. More than two, Yahira. Not two, but all of them. All of them, Yahira. Good evening, Ashvin. Okay, so we call it a... How many fingers, Yahira? Not two, but all of them. Because in English, two fingers is this. Yeah, not a two finger. That's it, yeah, here. It's 5. Well done, yeah, here. So, they have sticky fingers, absolutely. That's the idea, Montespan. They call it a 5-finger discount. So the discount at the end of the day is 100% because you don't pay for it, yeah? A 5-finger discount. That's to do with stealing from a shop. Not a good thing that I would recommend you do. I'm sure I mentioned it in one of my videos. I try to cover all of these videos, yeah? All of these in videos. That's it, Ashvin, a 5-finger discount. A 5-finger discount is where somebody steals something, yeah? Okay, so a 5-finger discount, shoplifting. It's the same thing. It's another way of saying it. And again, a 5-finger discount, this is informal. Yeah, where did you get that bottle of whiskey? It was a 5-finger discount. Okay, that's a really good question. So, a 2-hour class, a 3-seat sofa, a 2-player game. In this it's acting finger is a finger discount is a noun collocation, and you don't put that on an S on it. It's acting like an adjective. A 2-hour lesson, not a 2 hours lesson. Okay, that was a great question. I like it. Okay, it seems that many of you are really getting into the next one. Yeah, he never pays attention to anything you say. Yeah, it goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah, it goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah, in one ear and out the other. He never listens at all. Okay, yes, head through this. In one ear and out the other. Everything I say to him goes in one ear and out the other. Not even doze off, Navi. They hear the words you say, but they just don't pay attention to them. Yeah? They just don't pay attention to what you're saying. So it goes in one ear, they actually hear the words, and out the other, but they don't do anything. I always tell my son to be home by midnight, but it goes in one ear and out the other. I tell him midnight and he turns up at 5 a.m. Yeah? Okay, the next one, it goes in one ear and out the other. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. The next one's quite hard as well. To take action too soon before you're completely ready. To go off half, and I did make this a video of this, but a very long time ago, probably nearly 10 years ago. Yeah, to go off half. This is when you act too soon, half naked. No, this is to do with guns, believe it or not, Harry. I like your idea, it's very logical. Okay, so well done, Lolly. Well done, Lolly. Okay, to go off half cocked. This is to do with old-fashioned guns. If you are half cocked, let's see, that should go there. You pull the hammer back for the gun. You cock the gun. You have the hammer ready to make it fire. But if it's not to jump the gun, that's the idea. To go off half-cocked. Yeah? These are tough idioms today. Very definitely, Sandeep. Okay, is to act before you're ready. Make sure you've got everything in place. Because it's not a good idea to go off half-cocked. Yeah, so you cock a rifle or you cock a gun, you get it ready to fire. But if you're half cocked, it's not going to fire properly. Okay, so this is when you're not completely ready and you decide to start. Okay, so we're going to try one more, and then we're going to try the story for today, which is about a bat and some beasts and some birds. So he thinks this invention is absolutely fantastic. He thinks it's the greatest thing since... it's the greatest thing since... What is a tough cookie today? What a tough cookie today. Yes, very good. You're right. It's a tough cookie, this one. So, Vitaly and Habi and Tanetra. Yeah? It's impossible to figure out what it is until you actually know them. But the idea with these is that you learn new idioms. So he thinks it is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah? Meaning it's a great technology, exactly, Zamfam. So, good work, Lolly. Good work, head through this. Good work, Montespan. Good work, Zamfam. Yes, and Manjira. And Tanetra. And Javi and Vitalia right at the beginning. So if you think a new invention is absolutely fantastic, you think it's the best thing since sliced bread, that's very definitely got to be English bread as opposed to the yummier continental bread. Okay, so lass, Sandeep, lass. Okay, lass. She's a lass. This lass is a slip of a girl. Okay, so we're going to have the story now. The title is just appeared for me, thank you. The battle between the beasts and the birds. Okay, so there's a battle between the beasts, the animals, the terrestrial animals, the animals that live on the earth, and the birds, the ones that fly. So we've got a couple of questions that you're going to have to answer. What did the bat say to the birds? And what did the bat say to the beasts? How did the birds and the beasts feel about the bat at the end of the story? And what moral would you give the story? So here we go. There was about to be a great battle between the birds and the beasts. When the two armies were collected together, the bat did not know which to join. The birds asked him to come and join their army. But he said, I am a beast. Later on, the beasts asked him to join their army. And he said, but I am a bird. Luckily, at the last moment, peace was made, so there was no battle. So the bat went to join the birds in their celebration, but they turned against him, and he had to fly away. He then went to join the beasts in their celebration, but he had to fly away again because they wanted to kill him. So, that's it. So, yes, you need to answer the questions with this. What did the bat say to the birds? What did the bat say to the beasts? And how did the birds and the beasts feel about the bat at the end of the story, and what moral would you give? Okay, let me read it again. So, there was about to be a great battle between the birds and the beasts. When the two armies were collected together, the bat did not know which to join. The birds asked him to join their army, but he said, I'm a beast. Later on, the beasts asked him to join their army, and he said, I am a bird. Luckily, at the last moment, peace was made, and there was no battle. So the bat went to join the birds in their celebration, but they turned against him, and he had to fly away. He then went to join the beasts in their celebration, but he had to fly away as they wanted to kill him. So, let's see. Zamfam, he said he was a beast and didn't deign to join the birds' army. He didn't condescend to join the beast's army either. That's good English. Lass, Sandeep. Poor bat, very definitely. Moral, Javi, you can't have your pie and eat it. And Naima, the bat did a sneaky move. He told the birds he's a beast, and vice versa. Okay, Manjira, the bat told the birds that he was a beast, and he told the beasts that he was a bird. Perfect. So, Lolly, the bat said to the birds, I am a beast. Count Beauty. The bat said, I am a bird. Or to the birds, he said, I am a bird. To the beasts, he said, I am a beast. They did not understand each other. I'm not sure you've totally got this one, Count Beauty. So, Nabby. The bat hesitated which one he is going to join because he wanted to be with the winner. The moral of the story is the bat is a hypocrite. That's good. Boyka. The bat said to the birds that he was a beast, and similarly he said to the beasts that he was a bird. Good, Boyka. Manu. 1. The bat said to the beasts he wouldn't join them because he wasn't a beast. The same thing he said to the birds. Good, Manu. Ashvin. They asked Ostrich, could you fly? He said, no, I'm a camel. And asked, could you carry the weight? And he said, I'm a bird. Okay, Nora. After being stuck in such an untenable situation, or in such untenable situations, the bat epitomizes the dilemma of being shunned as an outsider. That was actually really good, Nora. After being stuck in such untenable situations, the bat epitomizes the dilemma of being shunned as an outsider. That's really good English. I love it, Nora. Tanetra. The bat was unsure which army to join. He couldn't decide which army to join, birds or beasts. He was confused. Boyka. The beasts and the birds are very angry with the bat. Good. Elena, moral. A friend to everyone is a friend to nobody. Good moral, Elena. Hallet. At the end of the story, they had resentment, not a resentment, resentment uncountable about the bat, and they won't accept him in their group. Okay, Sandeep. The bat said to the birds, I'm a beast, and the bat said to the beasts, I'm a bird. Renyard, shalom. Javi, the bat sat too long on the fence. I think that's a great phrase, Javi. Naima, the moral, even we are confused, we have to make choices and assume the consequences. The moral, even when, Naima, even when we are. Okay, Lolly, moral, the bat had to take his responsibilities. He had to choose one side. The bat asked the birds, he told the birds that he was a beast, and apprised the beasts of him being a bird as well. Good. I like Elena's moral too, Ricardo. Tash, the bat made the peace between them, which cost him his place. The bat didn't make the peace, just the peace happened. Tanetra, don't sit on the fence, you will be nowhere. Good. Boyka, moral, in some situations like this, you can't or you shouldn't sit on the fence, and you must choose a side. Manu. The birds and the beasts made peace and had a party, but both species didn't accept the bat. That sounds very good. That sounds very good as well. Okay, let me put this up and let's actually read the words. So let me put the words here, and then we can see what it says. Okay, yes. Let's see. Sandeep, the birds were against the bat and the beasts wanted to kill the bat respectively. Zampham, ultimately the unrelenting armies integrated a truce into their connection and were celebrating it together. They, however, refused the bat's wish to join them. They had this chip on their shoulder. After the bat's hesitation to his identity crisis. I like that identity crisis. The bat was terribly perplexed as to which army to join in the battle. Good English. Nora. Neither a bird nor a beast, and hence the identity crisis arises. Good. Manu. Moral. Everyone has to pay for the effects of his actions. Yeah? Everyone has to pay for the effects of his actions. Okay, let me read this. There was about to be a great battle between the birds and the beasts. So there was a battle going to happen. When the two armies were collected together, the bat did not know which one to join. That's the beginning of the identity crisis. The birds asked him to join their army, but he said, I am a beast. Later on, the beasts asked him to join their army, and he said, I am a bird. Luckily, at the last moment, peace was made. So notice, peace was made. This is a passive. It doesn't say who made the peace. But peace occurred, and there was no battle. So the bat went to join the birds in their celebration, but they turned against him, and he had to fly away. He then went to join the beasts in their celebration, but he had to fly away as they wanted to kill him. Okay, so there you go. If you sit on the fence too long, you end up with a problem. Yeah? If he that is neither one thing nor the other has no friends. Okay, so let's change. 1 second. Halit. The moral may be come as you are, be as you are. I think that's okay, Halit. So let's try some questions. The dilemma between the species. Facet. Who's who? Exactly. Okay, so some questions. Where would you wear your socks? Where would you wear your socks? Where would you wear your socks? Yeah, this is an easy question. Where would you wear your socks? Where would you wear your socks? Sandeep, the moral, you can't sit on the fence. You've got to choose something or the other because unity is the strength. Voltaire, moral, take a stand and be firm no matter the outcome. Okay, on my feet. Tanetra, birds and beasts felt the bat lacked commitment and deserved to be abandoned with no remorse. So here we go, we got some answers. Where would you wear your socks? As Count Beauty says, on feet, on your feet, absolutely. Manjira, good. Yeah, your legs, that would do, Sandeep. Tanetra, the feet, absolutely. Boyka, on your feet. Voltaire, bedtime, I like that. And that's good, Naima. Tash, that's good. Foot, Elena, feet. Manu, on my feet, absolutely. Head through this on my feet, good. Reynard, good. I would wear them on my feet, that sounds great. Okay, the next one's easy. Give me an odd number. Give me an odd number. Yes, on your feet, Sandeep. Absolutely. Give me an odd number. Give me an odd number. Give me an odd number. An odd number. Give me an odd number. So, give me an odd number. Just write an odd number. Okay, Lolly, first one there. You're concentrating, definitely. Zamfam, moral, don't take how things evolve to your advantage. Things will not always go your way. The caused consequences might make your well thought out decisions worse. Being a traitor is so blatant and flagrant. So Sandy 1, good. Habby 1, Voltaire 1. No, Count Beauty, that's an even number. Zamfam 357, Sonu 5, good. So name an odd number. Yeah, 1357. Count Beauty 1, Lolly 3, Tanetra 9, Manjira 5, good. Zamfam, that's good. Voltaire, without the 4 and the 2. Ah, yes, 432,143. That's definitely an odd number. Even is the opposite, exactly. An even number or an odd number. Okay, all the 9s, Hallett, yes. So an odd number, 13579. Okay, let's try another one. Name a mammal that lives in the sea. 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 A mammal that lives in the sea. Name a mammal that lives in the sea. Exacto, Victor Gabriel. Okay, so you've all got this odd number, definitely. Zamfam, that's good. Victor Gabriel, a fish is not a mammal. But Zamfam's dolphin is good. Sandeep's whale. Okay, Hubby's a seal, definitely. A seal. Montespan says a whale, good. Hallett. An octopus is not a mammal, I think. On with a seal. Manjira, that's good. Boyka, that's good. Tanetra, that's good. Renyard, that's good. A shark is a fish as well, unfortunately. Okay. So, yeah, but it's an easy question, Victor Gabriel. A mammal, it's just one of these ones that's not a fish. So, let's try one more of these. What do you get if you mix black and white? What do you get if you mix black and white? Arceli, a dolphin, that's good. So, what do you get if you mix black and white? Yes, Yash, absolutely. A mammal gives birth, that's good. What do you get if you mix black and white? Exactly, octopus is not a mammal, no. I think it's a cephalopod. So, Lolly, listening. I think a penguin's a bird. So, Lolly with grey, Zamfam with grey, Voltaire with grey, Manu, Hallett, Count Beauty, Sandeep. You've all understood me. Okay, it can be both G-R-A-Y and G-R-E-Y. Both spellings are acceptable. Yeah? Grey. Okay, what do you get if you mix black and white? Salt and sugar colours, yeah, grey. A grey colour. Elena, Naima. Grey UK, grey colour US. Yep, I normally spell it with an E. Okay, my friends, I think it's a good point for me to stop. We shall meet 50 Shades of Grey. Absolutely, Manu. So I hope we shall meet all together again next week. Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful group. Look after yourselves. And I will see you soon. So take care, and I will see you all next